Hey guys, this video is for show how to start develop your web application and use AngularJS, Grunt, Node.js, Express.js and Xonom in one package without additional steps required. So for that you need to have registered user in Cloud9. You need to go to workspaces and create new workspace. You can put your custom name here, Xonom skeleton demo. I will make the public website, but you can put the private. Then you can go to the GitHub, copy this address, put it here and click create workspace. So now you have already cloud-based IDE with terminal and space for your server, for your development server. And you can do everything for free. So here Node.js is already installed. So what you need to do is just to type sh install here and tell about your project. I will click just enter for now and skip all questions. So I have just created package JSON, and next step I am observing how the server is installing base components. So if we go to install sh, we can see how many components we need to install to run the server. But it will be done automatically. You just need to observe it, nothing additional actions required. So during this installation, I would like to show the structure of the skeleton. So we can see app, client, lib, scripts, folder and other files. So all these folders exclude app are required to run the skeleton. You can change it when you become the experienced developer, but now you just need to go to app folder and change it. This is actually the main app folder for your all business logic. So if you change just this folder, everything will work. If you change these folders, you can break the functionality. So we can see three main files here: index.jade, index livescript, index.sas. These files are predefined as well, so we can see basic logic here. We can see that we include just app.js and app.css. It means all all template files, all CSS file, what you put into the components folder will be concatenated in one app.css and app.js, nothing else. Only your website, just two files. But if you want to include some external resources, you need to put it right here. Then here we can see that the Angular basic initialization. We can see Angular model here and required components. UI router, we need to route your application, and Xonom, we need to bind the server with client. Index.sas is just main style file. So let's go to app folder. This is main folder of your application. In this folder we can see a few files. So let's consider the API server, app controller client.js, app CSS, app HTML, app route client.js, and XMJSON. XMJSON shows what components are required for this folder for this component. If we run XM update, all this component will be moved into main package JSON and bover JSON. So let's consider app route client. This file just routes the URL into template and controller. So we bind the base route with app template and app controller. Let's go to app template. We can see here app is working, just basic demo here. Let's go to app CSS. We can see the root element .app, so we can put all CSS here. Let's go to app controller. We can see that we define Angular controller here, and we use Xonom service. Xonom service asks app test methods. This test methods is bound to the server. So if you need to call the server, you just need to call the methods of app and get the data from the server. Here we can put the data to the scope, and we can show the scope variable from server into template. But we need to define all these server methods, so we define them in API server.js. Model export is function which returns methods test. This method obtain callback, and callback sends some values. So we can put some extra actions here, like call to database and so on, and return the data here. So the data flow is, we send the data from the server, obtain them in the client here, and show in the template. So the flow is very simple. You don't need to think about some middleware. Everything is done. So this skeleton is built to allows you to think about your business logic and do not think about the structure. So we are waiting for the installation. So this is this is long process because we load packages from the internet. So during this process you can go to drink some coffee and back in 10 minutes. But I would like to show other folders in order to save time. So let's show you client folder. Client folder is bound to the Express. Express observes this folder and checks app.js and app.css and use these files into your main file here. So we can see body UI view empty content. It means we bind this empty view with app route empty view. So we put the app content into this element. Let's go back to client.js. So we can put fonts here. We can put all static files here in this client folder. Lib folder is just bover folder, so we don't need to do nothing with it because it's after generated folder. Node models is just node folder after generated. We don't need to change it. Script folder is just some helpers to generate some components. We don't need it as well. Git ignore, it's we can see all ignored files for Git. Then we can see bover JSON, all required components are here for client. Config includes port of the server and IP connection string of the DB. So we can see all components are installed. Now we can run the sh run. So now we actually run in the server on the cloud workspace accessible for other people. And we can start develop after that. Let's wait a little bit. We can see that compiled folder is created and all compiled files are there. So entire application is here. Actually, it's clone. Why we create the clone? Because we can put other types of files here, not just JavaScript. We can put LiveScript here, TypeScript here, and it will be transformed into the target JavaScript file. So let's click preview and show the application. So we can see the application is working. What we can see here, we can see one test. So we call the server and server returns the array here. So if we need to extend the server, we just create the new function and restart the server. All code between will be generated automatically.